welcome to Foodex. It's nice to see you all again. For those who are visiting this channel the very first time, my name is Yuhan. I'm from Taiwan and now living in Sydney. Today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite dishes that when I was little. It's called Simmered Luffa with clam or pipis. I'm going to create a Luffa vegetable recipes, and this is the first one because this is my favorite. I remember when my mom cooked this during dinner time, I always have a lot of it. Now I'm going to introduce the ingredients that we are going to use today. The first one is a little bit of cooking wine. The cooking wine you can substitute with white grape wine. The cheap one will work. And the second one is quite important, is kombu stock. You can use chicken stock instead, or you can replace it with the pure coconut water. The pure one. You cannot use the coconut water with those artificial flavor. The reason is because the stock will provide the depth for the whole soup. If you really have nothing, it's fine to use water. If you use water, you just need to add a little bit of sugar, so it will create some umami flavor into your soup. This is the main thing that we are going to use is Luffa. For Luffa, you can buy it in the Asian supermarket in Australia. And in Australia, you can mainly see two types of it. The other one that has sharper surface on it, and this one is the smooth one. Sometimes they also call sequoia in the Asian supermarket or the vegetable shop. The reason is because sequoia is actually the direct translation from the pronunciation of Mandarin. If you're in the Asian country, there is also another type of Luffa. I will show the picture here for you. They all taste similar, so it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you won't get the one that looks too old, because when Luffa gets old, it will have their fiber will get very rough, and we actually use those raw fiber to make it as a sponge, dishwashing sponge. So it shouldn't happen in a vegetable shop because they shouldn't give you those kind of qualities vegetable, but it happened to me one time. This one is the key, the fresh pipis. In Australia, for pipi, you can get it in the fish market. If you really cannot get one, you can get the frozen cooked clam in the Asian supermarket. Some of them has shell on it, some of them already took off their shell. However, I highly recommend you to get the fresh pipi. The reason is because pipi or fresh clam, they will have, when you cook them, they will release their juice into the soup, and they will create a lot of dips and umami flavor into the soup. It's very important. If you are living in the Asian country, it's easy for you to find fresh clam in the traditional market, normal supermarket, or and also in the fish market, of course. The last few ingredients we need is some spring onion, ginger, and also, of course, goji berry. If you follow Foodex, you know that we like to use goji berry in either dessert or dishes. This is very healthy ingredient. It's super antioxidant and very good for our eyes. Okay, now we finish introduce everything. Let's start to prepare our ingredients. Firstly, I already prepared this beforehand. Just make sure you slice the ginger into this kind of thinner pieces, and also cut the spring onion into this kind of around 3 centimeters strip. For Luffa, we cut the head and tails off. When you buy Luffa, make sure the Luffa you bought is firm. Otherwise, it means that it's not that fresh. Firstly, we're going to peel it. Just a little bit of tips I want to share with all of you. That's what my mom taught me when I was a kid. She do this kind of peeler from down to top instead of the top to down. The reason is because if you do down to bottom, it will create a lot of dips and umami flavor into the soup. It's very important. If you are living in the Asian country, it's easy for you to find fresh clam in the traditional market, normal supermarket, or the fish market. So it shouldn't happen in a vegetable shop because they really cannot get one. You can get the one that looks too old. If you really have nothing, it's fine to use water. to top to down, you might like do it too fast and you might accidentally scratch yourself and hurt yourself. It's more like this one do from bottom to top is safer. After we peel it, we are going to cut it into 1 centimeter thickness, like this. It's around 1 centimeter thick. The reason is because Luffa actually contains a lot of water itself. And if you cut it too thin, once you cook it, it will shrink down and you will feel like when you taste it, you cannot taste too much of it. But if you cut it too thick, it's too big and it won't taste as good. And I found that if you cut it around 1 centimeter thickness, it's actually the most suitable. It will create a very good texture after we cook it. We have prepared everything. Now we are going to start to cook it. Firstly, we are going to use 5 ml of olive oil to cook ginger and spring onion. If you don't have olive oil, just use other oil you have as long as it won't have strong aroma. Before the pan turns very hot, we use medium and to high flame. Stir it from time to time, avoid spring onion get burned. When you stir fry the ginger and spring onion, it is important that you make sure you keep stir frying them until you smell the aroma of ginger and spring onion, because they provide a very important aroma to the whole simmered luffa and clam or pipis dishes. I start to smell the aroma of the spring onion and ginger. When you start to smell the aroma, at the same time you can see some brown stuff on the spring onion. So when you see the spring onion turns brown, it also means that we can start to add our ingredients. We still keep the flame a small flame, and now we're going to add luffa. Add luffa into it, and with 1 tablespoon of cooking wine. And also 100 ml of stock. Close the lid. And now we are going to simmer it for 7 minutes. The reason we add 100 ml of stock, as I mentioned before, it creates some depth to the whole soup. Part of the reason is also because luffa actually contains a lot of water. And once we cook it, it will release out, and it creates a lot of freshness taste to the whole soup. However, we don't want to burn it before luffa get a chance to release the water in it. So we add a little bit of stock to make sure it won't get burnt. I don't recommend you add too much water into it because it will dilute the freshness flavor from luffa juice. If you make a big serve of this simmered luffa with clam or pipis, I can imagine at the very beginning your pot will be full of luffa. At this step, you might want to stir it to make sure that they get heated evenly. So the luffa on the top will get a chance to also release its waters out. Okay, time's up. Wow, you can see all this luffa already get soft and release a lot of water. Oh, looks so delicious. Now it's time for us to add pipi into it. They are fresh pipi. And we are going to also add the goji berry at this step as well. Quickly add all of them. And make sure goji berry soak into the water so we get a chance to cook it. Okay, and put on the lids back. Now we are going to wait until once pipi all opened, we will need to turn off the flame immediately. This process will only take around like 2 to 3 minutes. It's very quick. So don't leave the stove. Keep standing here to observe the pot. The reason is because if you accidentally cook the pipi or clam for too long, that means that the texture of it will get very hard. And if you use the frozen cooked clam that you got in the Asian supermarket, I'll recommend you just add it as a last step. So cook goji berry for a few minutes beforehand, and then add those cooked clam and just put it in cook it for 30 seconds to 1 minute, because they are already cooked. If you put them into cook it for too long, it will also get very hard. Oh, you can see Pipis start to get open. Woo, it's therapeutic. So cute. All pipi already opened except for this one, so I decide to turn off the flame and ignore that one. Otherwise, the rest of other pipi will start to get very hard and the texture won't taste good. This is quite common. It will happen from time to time. Now we are going to decide whether we are going to add salt or not. The juice from the fresh pipi usually contains, it's a little bit salty. Sometimes I don't need to add anything most of the time, but it's still worth testing. If you use plain water, you might feel it's missing something. You can add a little bit of sugar. It's around like 0.5 to 1 teaspoon. Won't be that much, and it will become add a little bit of umami flavor to the soup base. Okay, let's try. Oh, the pipi that I just mentioned that I thought that one is not open and the rest of them is already opened. It opened now, because just now when I prepare something, setting up the stuff just now, I put on the lid and without the flame on. So if you are having just one left, I think what you can do just now, like me, is to put on the lid and without turning on the flame, and to put it on the lid for a few minutes to see whether that one open or not. Because in this way, the rest of other pipi won't get old, because we are not keep cooking them with just the remaining heat in the pot. Okay, let's test it now. That's so good, and it's so warm. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to add extra salt, because the freshness and umami flavor all from the luffa and pipis already make the soup base perfect. Okay, I can't wait for the testing time now. Let's go to the testing time. This simmered luffa with clams or pipi can enjoy by itself, or you can have it with rice, or you can have it with glass noodle or any type of thin noodles. Let's start from the stuff by itself. Actually, the key is the soup. It has the natural sweetness coming out from the fresh juice of luffa and also goji berry. And you can also taste the umami flavor both from the kombu stock and also the pipis juice. Oh, let's try one pipi. That's my favorite. And try luffa a bit. The luffa I got today is so sweet itself. No wonder the soup tastes so good. As you can see that we don't add any other like seasoning or other thing to these dishes. So every flavor is coming out from the nature aroma from all ingredients. Oh, the soup also have the aroma from ginger and the stir-fried spring onion. That's amazing. Let's try the one with soup. So this is how I like to do when I was little. So when my mom cooked this during dinner time, and we usually have rice, that's the main staple in the Asian country. And then I like to add a lot of this kind of juice into my rice. That's what I love to do. And then soak it with rice and eat them all together. That's what I love to eat. Oh. It is so therapeutic for me. This is my comfort food. So good. Okay, this will be my lunch later on. Let's try the next one. Is the glass noodle. If you follow Bubble Foodex before, I have another video with the recipe that is about how to make the fresh cold glass noodle. That one is very simple and delicious. So if you follow Bubble Foodex, no ingredient will stay in your pantry for just for one dishes and never being able to use for other dishes. That's not the problem. Yeah, let's try with glass noodle. Once cooked, you need also the same, add some juice. As long as you use the very thin noodle, it can work. I think glass noodle is a good option is because glass noodle usually don't have a lot of strong aroma itself. If you want to use the hairy pasta, I think it's also a good good pair with these dishes actually. Tastes so good. And just a reminder, the natural glass noodle itself will absorb a lot of water itself. So it's normal that once you add some juice in it and you found that the soup disappear because glass noodle will absorb those water. I hope you enjoy making this Simmered Luffa with clams or pipis. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. And I also would love to know how's your experience about making it. I'm going to make a series of Luffa vegetable recipes. So stay tuned when on Bubble Foodex. I will share more recipes in the future. Thank you for watching today. See you next time. Bye bye.